Hello, everyone. Welcome to Code Red by Women for Women. I'm your host, Sophia Allen Hendricks. The topic of a woman's menstrual flow and the challenges experienced is still somewhat a taboo subject. Furthermore, the issue of safe menstrual products is not discussed as much as we think it should be. Code Red by Women for Women is here to help shed light on the subject. We will be talking to women across the country who are on a mission to spread awareness through the Justice for My Jewel campaign and the Jewel product. Each session on Code Red, you're hearing from women who are on the front line of this particular mission. My guest today is Lynn Davis and Tina Ramsey. Ladies, thank you so very much for joining me and welcome.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for having us.
Thank you for
Thank you.
having us.
Happy International Women's Day to you both and to everyone watching.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
So let's start with I like to ask my guests to share a little bit about their background, just so that the folks watching can really get to know you a little bit. So tell us a little bit of your background. Lindell, we'll start with you.
All right. Well, I'm Lyndell Davis, 46, a Christian, married to Emilio Davis. We have five amazing kids,
Wow.
three adult daughters, 28, 24, 20, two young gentlemen, 12 and 9. I'm an entrepreneur. I've been with Target of New Bern, getting ready to be 23 years. I'm
Wow.
also the business owner of Davis Distributor LLC since 2012.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Tina, how about you?
Well, my name is Tina Ramsey. I am a wife and mother of two teenagers,
Wow.
15 and 14, a boy and a girl. And I am a certified female life and wellness coach and a speaker, a public speaker. I talk about things that affect women and empower women. And my goal is just to make untraditional topics normalized.
Like what we're doing today, right? Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. That's awesome. That's awesome. So, how did you become aware of the Justice for My Jewel campaign? And what was it that made you say, yes, I want to be a part of this mission. I want to get on board. And Tina, I'd love for you to kick us off with that question.
Well, I have been in the health and wellness field for over 15 years. So health and wellness was not anything new to me. However, what was new to me was that I was not aware of all the toxins and the chemicals in the products we use. I don't know why I never thought about it. I don't know why it never came in my mind, but it should have. And I'm thinking like why it hasn't. But when I found out and I personally suffered so bad and I saw relief, I knew I had to lock arms with women who knew of this precious jewel that we have. And I wanted to build that camaraderie and be a part of something that's bigger than me so that we can spread this awareness so that as women we can uplift each other for something positive.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Lindell, how about you? What made you say yes? How did you come in contact with the Jewel product?
Well, with me, our friend David Rush and Tamika Rush, we knew them from a previous company, and they reached out to us. And just the conversations that we, constantly had over the phone and with the text messages and their energy that they was giving and just the excitement, we was like, okay, this is something that's um it's gonna be big. It's something that's gonna be amazing. So we just gonna sit and hold tight and wait. And then we had already made up our minds that hey, whatever David Rush and Tamika Rush is doing, it has to be, wonderful. It's amazing. So we're just gonna jump on board. And then when we heard about, the campaign, we was like, okay, this is it. This is it. I'm a
Absolutely.
mom and I have three daughters and this needs to be shared. It needs to be shared.
Absolutely. It's amazing that when I Google, what's in a pad, and it's now become sort of a phrase I find myself saying when I speak to women is what's in your pad. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised to see tree bark. And I go, tree bark? That's not something I would think of,
Mm.
even in the same conversation as talking about a product that you put on a very sensitive part of your body and over a very long period of time. So it's always amazing, to say what's in it. Are you thinking about what's in it? Have you pulled the one off the shelf that you're using and sort of really inspect what's in it? So this totally resonates with me from that perspective. So, as you're talking to women, both of you have been in contact with a lot of women, sharing the word, bringing awareness, having people stop and think about what's in their pad and think about alternative options. When you talk to women, what are some of the challenges that you hear women talk about having? And since you've introduced them to this campaign and the product, how, if at all, have their life changed? Have they seen a difference? And Lindell, I'll start with you.
Okay. Over the course of months, we have met many women, talked to many young girls, and the one question that always remained the same is, where were you guys then? So we always say, we know, I have issues. We're going through issues. We're all going through issues, but we're going to get through this together. And just the fact that, we ran into some women, women that, they're embarrassed, or, they're ashamed. They don't want to open up right then to some of the issues, or, they will pull me off to the side and they will whisper, hey, I'm having heavy bleeding, I'm having bad cramps, nausea, I'm missing days of work,
Wow.
sometimes week. And then there's some cases that women, just came out and told us that, hey, we have to have a partial hysterectomy, or, we're getting ready to have a hysterectomy. Like in my case, that's the first thing the doctor, offered. And there are other solutions, but that was the first
Wow.
thing that was offered was, hysterectomy. So, since this journey that we've been on, that's the main issue is, you know, where have you been?
Wow.
And now that we have the product and that we're sharing the product, we're getting amazing feedback. And that, how it's helping, women and, their daughters, or, their nieces, the aunties, even, seasoned women, as we call this, menopause stage. And for our men and some of the ladies that's incontinent. So, I mean, the product is amazing. I mean, it is really helping a lot of people. And we're just happy that we're in the health and wellness field, that we can share what we have to make a difference.
Awesome. Awesome. And Tina, how about you? Similar experience, different experience?
Very similar to Linda, because I talk with a lot of people in person and on social media, because I utilize social media as well. And one of the main things, like she said, women and girls are embarrassed.
Yeah.
Even though it's something that's normal to a woman, that's normal to a girl, that give us the essence of who we
Yes.
are ashamed of it.
Mhm.
And it's because of the negative stigma that has been placed on it for all these centuries. And so the issue is first changing the mindset, letting them know that what we are accustomed to as women going through terrible cycles, that's not normal. Opening up the dialogue, open up the conversation, and then not just giving them an issue of problems, but providing them what we feel is the solution to the problem. And with me, women have just cried to me. Women have pulled me to the side and just held me closely and said, thank you, thank you, thank you. Even men
Wow.
have pulled me to the side and said, my wife has did a complete 360. She don't have mood swings anymore. I don't even know when her cycle is on. I don't smell the unpleasant scent that usually
Wow.
occurs. And so I know for me, it changed my whole life. So I felt like it would be shame on me not to
Yeah.
share.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
I'm so happy that Linda and I and all the other trailblazers that's behind this Justice for My Jewel campaign, we're rallying together to get this word out so that
Absolutely.
other women cannot possibly not go through this, because I know I
Mhm.
don't have to anymore, and maybe that could be the case for you.
Thank you. I
Mhm.
remember you said earlier as we were talking before we got on live is nothing else is touching the jewel but this product. So
Oh yeah.
the name is not is an intended pun. So thank you, thank you. So the other question, as I'll ask, and you both touched on this really well, is you're hearing from women, or women are confiding, and they're finding the safe space to kind of say, "Hey, here's my cry for help."
Hmm.
What is the most impactful story? And I know sometimes there are many, that you've encountered. Is there one or two stories that sticks with you of a woman you have introduced this particular product to, and you've gotten feedback that as to how this product has really shifted things for them? Is there one or two stories that you can share for those watching to illustrate the impact of this product?
It's
And
so
I'll go ahead
many.
and I know, right? I'll go ahead and start with you, Lyndall.
Yes, we hear a lot that it's an amazing product. The product is wonderful. It's very soft to the skin. It feels like, I don't have it on. So we're constantly hearing that. And that's all we do is just smile and just smile. And we like, yes, we know, I know, I know. And, even my husband, Emilio, he's the same way. He's like, hey, I've been inducted into the Women's Society, and women, they just pour out to him like no tomorrow. And it's like some things, he'll look at me and he's like, babe, I did not really need to know that. But that's all we do is just, smile and just give hugs. And, we know that it's amazing, but to actually hear the people, customers that come back to you and just pour out to you, how amazing the product is and how wonderful it is and how it's, how soft it is, and, how everything that's changing with the issues that they had. I mean, it's amazing. It's wonderful.
Awesome. Thank you. Tina.
Well, first, I'm a seeker, and I just narrowed this down to two. I want to give I want to give you one experience of something that could have seemed negative, but it actually turned out positive.
Okay.
Okay, because I want individuals to understand, as women, we have been overly exposed to toxins and chemicals for a very, very long time. And due to that, sometimes it takes a little while for us to see all the amazing benefits that maybe the next woman saw. So I tell every woman to give our product at least 60 to 90 days, which is 2 to 3 months, because you got to give your body chance
Yes.
to
Hmm.
clean out and do this. Now, with all that being said, I had a customer that came in, well, a lady that came and told me, she said, Tina, my cycle is actually heavier since I've been using the pad the first month. What is going on? I'm not in any pain. I don't have any odor. I'm not uncomfortable, but I am filling up the pad. What is going on? And I'm pulling out all this different stuff. I said, you know what? Your body has a lot of toxins in it. And our amazing technology is pulling that out of your body. Do not be alarmed. Just let it come out. And I said, give it the 3 months. Give it the 3 months. So the second month, she listened and she said, I'm going to use it. I'm going to continually use it. Second month, her cycle started getting lighter. She didn't have all that overflow. She didn't notice the blood clots that's uncomfortable. That was gone. She went the third month. Now she's only down to 3 days. No heavy cycle like she was before. She used to have terrible migraines
Wow.
Mm.
before. And so now she's not having the migraines. She was like, this pad is amazing. She was like, she used to always have infections all the time.
Wow.
And so now she don't have infections anymore. She was like, oh my goodness, it was almost as if this pad was detoxing me the very first time I used it. And the second time, it was getting it a little bit better. And the third time, now, this is how my flow is. She ordered by the box now. She's
Wow.
like, no, no, no. We have to keep this. And she has 4 girls. And so
Wow.
her 7-year-old, who don't have a cycle, but she was having some issues down below. And she gave her the panty liner. And all the little girl issues went away.
Wow.
They went
Wow.
away. So it's helping. I have another girl who wears female diapers because her flow was so heavy,
Wow.
and she had incontinence on top of that. So what happened is that she could not go anywhere with her family without wearing a diaper with sanitary napkins. She started using the super heavy. Just in case you guys don't
Mhm.
know, that's the pretty black pack.
Yes.
She started using that, and she said, "Oh my goodness, I don't have the urge to go to the bathroom." I was able to go to the zoo with my children and did
That's
not have one
amazing.
accident and did not have to wear a female diaper. She
That's
said it
amazing.
changed my life. And so we're changing, it's changing lives.
Mhm.
This campaign is just something that is bigger than us.
It's
It's bigger than us.
amazing. Thank you both
Yeah.
tremendously for sharing that. It's amazing that you talk about the fact that for some women, their cycles are so heavy that they're wearing adult diapers. And that is
Hmm.
shocking to hear and surprising to hear. And a lot of people might not know that or have any reason to know that, but that is some of the challenges that women are dealing with. So it's
Yeah.
amazing that you can have a
Mhm.
situation where you're in need of a product like that as a female to now be able to go back to a regular, well, it's not a regular pad as you ladies talk about it, right? We don't want to say
No.
that, right? But to go to
Right.
what in terms of, other standards would be the normal
Hmm.
pad, but to be able to choose one that is going to give you the same sense of security that you
Mhm.
needed a diaper to do. So that in of itself is really tremendous and amazing. And ladies, thank you for being on the front line of a product and a topic that is changing lives, helping women, but is still somewhat a closeted topic. And that we have this opportunity to be able to shed some light on it and bring awareness to it. And I really appreciate and thank you for your candor because again, it's not a topic that's sexy. And so for women to get on and talk about the private challenges that they experience and how they're dealing with it and how they're using this product to transform their own lives and the lives of other women, I really appreciate it. And for everybody watching, thank you for joining us. My guest today was Lyndell Davis and Tina Ramsey, and you've been watching Code Red by women for women on this beautiful International Women's Day. I'm so pleased that you stopped in to join us. I'm your host, Sophia Allen Hendricks. You can learn much more about the Justice for My Jewel campaign at jfmj.org. You can also get more information, get experience with the product through the person that invited you to this Facebook Live, that shared the video, or if you got online and saw us, there's a way to connect with these ladies and many others who are ambassadors for the campaign and for this product. So again, thank you for joining us on this session of Code Red.